I am just so jazzed to talk to you this morning because of Castle Rock, because this is one of those shows that comes around once in a while that is so unique. It is really one of those shows that is so well written. It's an intricate weaving of Stephen King's stories, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's what's special about the show is because it is, very much a Stephen King thing, but it also really, creates its own style and way of doing things. It brings together all the characters you love and hate.
Well, I guess I'll start with you, Lizzy. Tell me a little bit about how you found the project or how it found you.
I was a massive fan of the first season. I just watched it as a fan. And I knew one of the creators of the show, Sam Shaw, a little bit. He was a writer on the first season of a television show that I did called Masters of Sex. So I wrote him an email congratulating him on that episode, The Queen, Sissy Spacek's big episode from the first season that I thought was so beautiful and just amazingly well done. And I guess, unbeknownst to me, I planted a seed in their head for when they were coming up with who they wanted to cast for season 2. But I wasn't writing that email to get a job. I was just really
You're just being a
congratulating my old buddy. So then I was looking forward, honestly, just to watching the second season, and then I got a call that it's an Annie Wilkes story, and will you read the script? And I thought, God, that is impossible. Why would we ever try to touch something as perfect as Annie Wilkes, Kathy Bates? Just nobody could possibly do it any better than she did. And so I knew, even though it was really scary, that I had to at least try, because if I was sat on my couch watching season 2 and some other actress was attempting to be Annie Wilkes, I would just be way too jealous. The jealousy would consume me.
It pays to be a fangirl, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It really
I guess
does.
So.
I mean, just, to be a fan in general of stuff really is good.
Definitely. So you should always tell people when you're a fan of something.
Do it.
Because it might help you in the long run, which is the only reason to compliment anybody.
Oh, the only.
Well, the question goes to you now. How did you find it, and how did the project find you?
Yeah, I mean, I was on the 8th grade press tour for a very long time, so I wasn't really working too much aside from doing that. And then pretty much right as it ended, I was approached by Dusty, the other showrunner, and he's like, hey, do you want to do this awesome thing? And I had also, seen the show and was a fan, and it had so many accolades and amazing people in it last year. I immediately jumped at the opportunity. And I met Lizzy, and then I was like, well, okay, this is real.
Guess we'll do it.
I guess.
Yeah, and Dusty, our main showrunner, I mean, this is fully his baby, and he just put so much into it, so much love and care that it was just fun to join the team.
To detail and everything. Yeah.
He's the biggest Stephen King fan. So.
Oh, truly.
We always talk about how casts on sets become family after a while, and I imagine that's true with Castle Rock. I mean, you're there day after day, and you have an incredible production team. Are you friends with the grips and the gaffers and all of that?
Definitely.
Oh, my God, yeah. I mean, both cast and crew, I think, grew so close and had so many special moments that we shared together and so many inside jokes and awesome stuff.
Yeah, it was an amazing crew. It was a great group.
And it's like they're all, people who work together in Boston, because that community's, not super big, so it's awesome because there was just so much love.
Yeah. And then a few of them were flown in, like we were, to Massachusetts for this extended period of time. And the hours are long. The conditions are not the most comfortable.
They're Massachusetts.
Yeah, extreme weather on both ends. And
oh, my God.
If it's not fun on sets like that, and I mean, I've definitely been on sets that aren't as fun as this, and if you feel every minute of your 16-hour day. But on Castle Rock, it flew by.
Yeah.
Some of the time it flew by.
Well, I guess that's the difference between something as good as Castle Rock and other productions where you're feeling like you've been given a sentence and you're serving time on a set.
Yeah, I try to avoid those. I hope Elsie hasn't had too many of those.
No, I mean, it was honestly great. There were I did have to do school for part of it, and that was rough because it's just flipping back and forth between school lines, maybe school lines, but otherwise it was great. and it was fun. And I only get to work for 9 hours because I'm baby.
Because
so.
she's a baby.
I'm a baby, so
In and out.
I'm just a bit.
Yeah, you're just a kid. Just a kid. Listen, before we go, I want to ask you if you are going to be hopping behind the camera more and more, if that's something you want to do.
I mean,
Go for it.
I think so. I mean, I like doing stuff. I don't know. I mean, working on, back to 8th grade really quickly, that was a very collaborative process with the director, Bo Burnham. And it was really fun to see behind the camera then, and then I got to do a ton of that on this, so that would be awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that certain sides of behind the camera are more appealing to me than others. I know that I don't think I'm going to be directing anything anytime soon, but the other stuff, yeah, I'm into the other stuff.
Well, congratulations on this wonderfully macabre and horrifically funny show. It's got a great sense of humor. It's got a great sense of itself. And it's been a pleasure talking with both of you. Have a great day.
Thank
Oh,
you. You
likewise,
too.
yeah.